Good morning, and welcome to a brand new beginning. Before you reach for your phone, before you think about yesterday, before the world tells you who it wants you to be today, take this moment for yourself. This one moment has the power to shape everything that follows. Every morning is more than the start of another day. It is the beginning of a whole new state of mind. The thoughts you choose, the feelings you welcome, and the beliefs you accept in these first quiet minutes gently guide the experiences you create all day long. Too often people wake up still carrying yesterday's worries. They replay old fears. They remember past disappointments. They expect more of the same. But today you are choosing a different path. Today you choose faith instead of fear, gratitude instead of lack, peace instead of worry, and certainty instead of doubt. Stay with me in these first moments because this is where everything begins. As you listen, do not simply repeat the words, feel them. Let every statement become a living truth inside you. Imagine that your deepest desires are no longer distant dreams but present realities. Let your heart taste the joy, the confidence, the abundance, and the peace of the person you are becoming. You do not need to force your future into existence. You do not need to chase every opportunity. Your only job is to stay aligned with the reality you wish to experience and remain faithful to that inner state. Take a slow, deep breath. Release every fear. Let go of every limitation. Open your heart to new possibilities. This is your morning. This is your fresh beginning. Everything you truly desire is already finding its way to you. Now, let us begin. Begin this morning by accepting your desire as already fulfilled. The first few moments after you wake are among the most powerful of your whole day. Before the demands of life start calling, before conversations fill your mind, before anything can pull at your attention, your mind is quiet, open, and deeply receptive. What you choose to think and feel in this sacred time becomes the foundation of everything that follows. Many people start their mornings by remembering yesterday's disappointments or worrying about today's problems. Without realizing it, they carry old feelings into a new day and recreate the same experiences. But today, you are invited to begin differently. Instead of waking up as someone who is still waiting for life to improve, awaken as the person whose deepest desire has already been fulfilled. Imagine opening your eyes with the calm knowledge that everything you have been hoping for is already unfolding. Do not ask, will today finally bring my breakthrough? Tell yourself gently, my breakthrough has already begun. Do not wonder whether abundance will ever arrive. Quietly accept that abundance is already becoming your reality. This simple shift changes your whole relationship with life. You are no longer living from uncertainty. You are living from expectation. You no longer wait for permission to feel joy. You choose joy first, and you trust that your experiences will begin to reflect the state you carry inside. That choice alone can change everything about your day. Think about two travelers getting ready for an exciting journey. One of them constantly worries that something will go wrong. They fear delays, expect disappointment, and imagine obstacles before they even leave home. The other prepares with excitement because they already believe wonderful experiences are waiting for them. Both begin the same journey, yet their expectations create completely different experiences. Life often works in the same way. The emotional atmosphere you carry into the day shapes how you see opportunities, how you face challenges, and how you treat the people around you. Starting your morning with the feeling that all is well changes the direction of your whole awareness. Here is something worth remembering. Gratitude has its greatest power before you see any evidence. Many people believe they must wait until they receive something to feel thankful. They tell themselves they will be grateful once success arrives, once the money improves, once relationships become peaceful, once every problem disappears. But gratitude is not just a response to blessings. It is the recognition that blessings are already taking shape, even when they are not yet visible. When you wake up each morning genuinely thankful for the life that is coming into expression, you train your mind to focus on abundance instead of lack. This does not mean pretending your challenges do not exist. It means choosing which reality deserves your attention. There will always be temporary circumstances asking for your focus, but none of them have to set the emotional tone of your day. You can notice a difficult situation without letting it become your identity. Your greatest freedom lies in choosing your inner state, no matter what is happening around you. One beautiful way to strengthen this habit is to spend a few quiet moments each morning imagining how you would feel if your biggest desire had already come true. Do not focus on how you might get there. Instead, feel the peace, the gratitude, the confidence, and the joy that belong to the fulfilled version of you. Let those feelings become familiar. The more often you visit this inner state, the more natural it becomes. In time, you no longer have to force yourself to feel grateful or confident, because these qualities have become part of who you are. Your morning words become far more powerful when they are spoken with real feeling. Words repeated without emotion stay just words. But when your heart gets involved, those same words begin reshaping your mind. As you quietly say that everything you desire is already finding its way to you, allow yourself to believe it completely. Feel the relief of someone whose worries have already been answered. Feel the excitement of someone whose dreams are becoming real. Feel the peace of someone who trusts that life is working beautifully behind the scenes. Day after day, small changes start to appear. You stay calmer when surprises come, because your confidence no longer depends on perfect conditions. You notice opportunities that fear once hid from you. Your conversations become more encouraging, because your thoughts are no longer ruled by lack. Expecting good things simply becomes your natural way of living. Remember that every visible achievement first exists as an invisible conviction. Before an inventor creates something extraordinary, they first believe it is possible. Before an artist finishes a masterpiece, they first see it in their imagination. Before a great tree rises into the sky, its life begins quietly beneath the soil. In the same way, your future experiences begin with the convictions you nurture each morning. Every peaceful thought, every grateful feeling, every confident expectation is another seed planted in your mind. There will be mornings when doubt tries to return. Old habits may remind you of past disappointments. In those moments, gently come back to your chosen state instead of judging yourself. Remember that transformation is built through consistency, not perfection. Each morning you choose hope over fear, gratitude over complaint, and certainty over confusion. You strengthen the new person you are becoming. Small daily victories produce extraordinary lifelong results. Never underestimate the creative power of how you begin your day. The first thoughts you accept often become the thoughts you carry. The feelings you grow in the morning shape your responses for the hours that follow. When you start each day as someone whose desires are already fulfilled, you build a foundation of peace that outside events cannot easily shake. Instead of chasing happiness, you carry it inside you. Instead of searching for abundance, you begin to see it everywhere. So tomorrow morning, before the world captures your attention, pause for a few moments. Breathe deeply, quiet your mind, place your attention on the life you desire, not as a distant dream, but as a present reality that is already unfolding. Let gratitude fill your heart before evidence appears. Let confidence grow stronger than uncertainty. Let peace replace striving. And as you step into the day, carry the quiet knowledge that everything you truly desire is already on its way, because you have already accepted it within yourself. Your inner conversations create your outer reality. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, a conversation is taking place inside you. It is quiet and almost invisible, but it never stops. You speak to yourself through thoughts, expectations, memories, and imagined possibilities. These inner conversations shape the way you see the world, influence the feelings you experience, and guide the choices you make every single day. Most people never realize how powerful these conversations are. They believe their circumstances create their thoughts, when in truth their repeated thoughts shape how they experience their circumstances. If you want to create a new reality, you must first become aware of the words you keep speaking to yourself. Think about how often your mind repeats the same stories. If you have known disappointment, your inner voice may quietly remind you that things never work out. If you have faced rejection, it may whisper that people always leave. If you have struggled with money, it may tell you that abundance is hard to find. These conversations become so familiar that they begin to feel like facts. But they are not permanent truths. They are simply habits of thought, repeated often enough to seem real. Here is the good news. Any habit of thought can be replaced with a new one. Imagine living in a house where a radio has played the same sad station for years. At first, you hardly notice it because you have grown used to hearing it. But the moment you change the station, everything feels different. The room has not changed. Only the message filling it has changed. Your mind works the same way. For years, it may have been tuned to fear, limitation, or self-doubt. Changing your inner conversations is like tuning your mind to a completely different frequency, one filled with hope, confidence, gratitude, and expectation. Every morning gives you a chance to choose the voice you will listen to all day. Before the old habits start speaking, decide what you want your inner voice to sound like. Instead of thinking, I hope today is better, say to yourself, today is filled with beautiful opportunities. Instead of telling yourself nothing ever changes, remind yourself that every day my life is moving in a wonderful direction. Instead of fearing what might go wrong, quietly expect what can go right. These changes may seem small, but repeated consistently, they begin reshaping your entire outlook on life. The important thing is not just saying positive words, it is making them believable and emotionally real. If your affirmations feel empty, slow down and connect with the feeling behind them. When you quietly say, everything I want is coming to me, pause and imagine the relief, the joy, and the gratitude you would naturally feel if that statement were already true. Let your emotions agree with your words. It is this union of thought and feeling that gradually transforms your mind. This next part matters, so stay with me. One reason inner conversations are so powerful is that they influence how you interpret every experience. Two people can face the exact same situation and respond in completely different ways because of the conversations happening inside them. One person sees an obstacle and decides that failure is certain. Another sees the same obstacle and believes it is simply a chance to grow stronger. The difference is not the situation. The difference is the meaning each person gives it. Your inner dialogue becomes the lens through which you see your whole life. This becomes especially important when challenges arrive. Hard moments often tempt you to return to old conversations filled with fear and discouragement. You may hear thoughts like, nothing is changing, or my dreams are impossible. Instead of accepting those thoughts as truth, gently replace them with words that reflect the reality you have chosen to live from. Tell yourself, every challenge is preparing me for something greater. Say, even now, wonderful things are unfolding beyond what I can see. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer someone you deeply love. As you keep practicing this, your inner world becomes a place of peace instead of conflict. You stop arguing with yourself. You stop replaying painful memories and fearful predictions. Instead, your mind fills with conversations that strengthen your confidence and inspire your actions. You begin to notice that your emotions stay more steady because your thoughts are no longer working against you. This inner harmony creates room for more creativity, wiser decisions, and deeper joy. Your conversations with yourself also shape how you treat others. When your heart is full of confidence and gratitude, you naturally become more patient, more understanding, and more generous. People respond differently because the energy you bring into every interaction has changed. Opportunities begin to appear because your expectations have shifted. You notice possibilities that fear once kept hidden because your mind is no longer consumed by worry. In this way, your outer world gradually begins to reflect the new conversations happening within you. Remember that changing your inner dialogue is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. Just as a garden needs regular care to stay healthy, your mind benefits from consistent attention every day. Remove the thoughts that no longer serve you and plant thoughts that support the life you wish to live. Do not feel discouraged if old habits occasionally return. Simply notice them without judgment and gently guide your attention back to the words you have chosen. Every time you return, you strengthen your new way of thinking. Morning affirmations become especially valuable because they help you set these new conversations before the distractions of the day begin. They remind you of who you are becoming, not who you have been. They shift your focus from limitation to possibility, from fear to expectation. With each repetition, Your deeper mind becomes more familiar with this higher way of thinking until it eventually accepts it as natural. Remember, your life often follows the direction of your strongest inner conversations. If your mind keeps speaking of lack, you stay aware of lack. If your mind keeps speaking of possibility, your awareness expands toward possibility. Choose words that reflect the future you desire, not the past you wish to leave behind. Speak to yourself with confidence, gratitude, and quiet certainty. Let every morning become a fresh chance to build conversations that support your highest vision. As these empowering conversations become your daily habit, something remarkable happens. You no longer have to force yourself to believe, because belief has become natural. Peace becomes familiar. Gratitude becomes effortless. Confidence becomes your default response. And one day, as you look around at the beautiful changes unfolding in your life, you will realize that everything began with the conversations you chose to have within yourself. Your outer reality simply became the faithful reflection of the inner words you consistently accepted as true. Feel the reality before you see the evidence. One of the greatest secrets of inner change is learning to feel the reality of your desire before your physical senses can confirm it. Most people believe feelings are simply reactions to events. They think they will feel joyful after success arrives, peaceful after problems disappear, grateful after abundance becomes visible, confident after they receive proof that everything is working out. But there is another way to live. Instead of letting the outer world tell you how to feel, you can choose your emotional state first. In doing so, you begin living from the reality you desire, instead of constantly reacting to the reality you are trying to leave behind. Think about how often people put off happiness until some future moment. They say, "When I get the promotion, then I will feel successful. When I meet the right person, then I will feel loved. When my money improves, then I will finally relax." Without realizing it, they make their peace depend on things they cannot fully control. This creates a cycle of endless waiting, because every new achievement quickly gives birth to another condition for happiness. The heart never truly rests, because fulfillment is always placed somewhere in the future. Yet real transformation begins the moment you decide to experience the feeling now. Imagine an actor preparing for an important role. They do not simply memorize words, they step into the emotions of the character. They think like that person, respond like that person, and let the feelings become so real that the performance feels completely natural. In a deeper sense, you are invited to step into the emotional life of the person you desire to become. If your dream had already come true, how would you feel? Would you feel calm instead of anxious, confident instead of doubtful, grateful instead of frustrated? Allow yourself to experience those emotions today instead of postponing them until tomorrow. Your feelings are far more than passing moods. They influence how you think, the choices you make, and the opportunities you notice. A peaceful mind sees possibilities that fear overlooks. A grateful heart sees blessings where others see only limits. A confident spirit moves toward chances that insecurity would avoid. In this way, your emotional state quietly shapes your daily experience. When you consistently feel as though your desired life is already unfolding, your actions naturally begin to match that belief. This does not mean pretending difficulties do not exist. Life will still bring challenges, unanswered questions, and unexpected changes. Feeling the reality of your desire means refusing to let those temporary conditions decide your permanent state of being. You see the challenge without giving up your inner peace. You notice the obstacle without losing your confidence. You understand that appearances are temporary, while the state of mind you choose to occupy has the power to influence the direction of your future. One beautiful way to strengthen this practice is through imagination. Set aside a few quiet moments each morning and picture a simple scene that would naturally happen if your desire had already come true. Do not focus on the process of getting there. Experience the end result. See yourself smiling with genuine relief. Picture yourself sharing wonderful news with someone you love. Feel the gratitude of waking up knowing that everything has worked out beautifully. Let the scene become emotionally real. Even if it lasts only a minute or two, the feeling it creates begins reshaping your inner world. Many people become discouraged because they expect instant visible results after a few moments of positive feeling. But just as a seed needs time to grow after it is planted, the new emotional atmosphere you are cultivating also develops through consistency. Every day you return to the feeling of fulfillment, you strengthen the roots of your new state of mind. Even if the outer world appears unchanged for a while, something meaningful is quietly taking place within you. Patience allows this invisible transformation to mature until it naturally expresses itself outwardly. Notice how different your day becomes when you begin with the feeling that everything is already working in your favor. Instead of walking into conversations with nervousness, you feel more relaxed. Instead of expecting rejection, you stay open to real connections. Instead of worrying about every detail, you trust that the right opportunities will show up at the right time. Hear me out on this, because it changes how you face every single day. These subtle changes influence countless decisions throughout your day, creating a chain of experiences that reflect your new emotional state. There will be moments when old feelings try to return. Fear may whisper that you are imagining something impossible. Doubt may tell you to judge your progress by what you can see. In those moments, gently return to the feeling you have chosen. You do not need to fight every fearful thought. Simply redirect your attention. Breathe deeply. Remember the peace you felt during your morning practice. Every time you come back to that higher feeling, you weaken the old emotional habits and strengthen the new reality taking shape inside you. It is also important to understand that feeling fulfilled does not make you passive. On the contrary, it inspires wise action. When you feel confident, you naturally notice opportunities that match your goals. When you feel abundant, giving becomes easier. When you feel loved, you treat others with more kindness. Your actions become natural expressions of your inner state instead of desperate attempts to create it. This harmony between feeling and action lets life unfold with greater ease and less struggle. As this practice becomes part of your daily routine, you notice a remarkable shift. You stop spending every moment asking when your desires will appear, because you already carry the emotional atmosphere of fulfillment within you. Joy depends less on circumstances. Gratitude becomes your natural response. Peace stays with you even in uncertain seasons. These are not just pleasant emotions, they are signs that your mind has begun changing in profound ways. One day the outer world will begin to reflect the feelings you have faithfully cultivated. Opportunities will appear that once seemed impossible. Relationships will improve in unexpected ways. New ideas will come with surprising clarity. Doors will open that fear once told you were permanently closed. Others may call these lucky coincidences, but you will recognize them as the natural expression of the inner reality you chose long before any visible evidence arrived. So do not wait for tomorrow to give yourself permission to feel successful, abundant, peaceful, or deeply loved. Choose those feelings today. Let them become the atmosphere in which your life grows. Protect them from doubt, nourish them with gratitude, strengthen them through daily practice. When you consistently feel the reality before you see the evidence, you prepare your heart and your life to welcome the beautiful experiences already making their way toward you. Release resistance and allow life to work in your favor. One of the greatest reasons people delay their own happiness is not that their dreams are impossible, but that they unknowingly resist the very things they desire. Resistance is not always obvious. It often appears as constant worry, endless overthinking, fear of the future, impatience, or the feeling that you must force everything to happen through struggle. The tighter you try to control every detail, the more anxious your heart becomes. Instead of living with peace, you live with pressure. Instead of trusting the unfolding of life, you carry the exhausting belief that everything depends on you alone. But real transformation begins when you release that inner resistance and move through life with confidence, peace, and quiet expectation. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands by squeezing it as hard as you can. The harder you grip, the faster the water slips away. But when you cup your hands gently, the water naturally stays. Life works the same way. Desperation creates tension, while trust creates openness. When you become desperate for a certain outcome, your attention locks onto the fear of not having it. Every thought circles around what is missing. Every day becomes another attempt to escape a feeling of lack. But when you release the need to control every step, you create space for unexpected opportunities to enter your life. Many people believe that letting go means giving up. The opposite is true. Giving up means abandoning your vision. Letting go means abandoning fear while remaining faithful to your vision. It means releasing the need to know exactly how, when, or through whom your desire will arrive. It means choosing peace over panic, trust over worry, and expectation over frustration.